Kristin Cavallari is getting real open and honest about her issues with the Kardashian family. The MTV Laguna Beach and Hills alumni was recently on the Dumb Blonde podcast and was asked why she has beef with this family. Kristin explains the story goes back pretty far. When she was around 21, 22, she had known Scott Disick for a really long time. They were all friends with the same people. Then Scott Disick started dating Kourtney Kardashian. Kristin goes on to say that she absolutely loved Kourtney. They were very close, and Scott Disick and Kourtney Kardashian broke up. Kristin ended up going to Vegas with some friends along with Scott Disick. And then all of a sudden the next morning, tabloids spread this rumor that Kristin and Scott hooked up. A close friend ended up telling Kristin that Scott actually leaked that rumor to try and get Kourtney jealous. Now, Kourtney Kardashian was obviously very upset. And when Kristin called her to talk about it, Kourtney seemed apprehensive and just said that she had sisters and she would never put herself in that situation. Kourtney and Scott did end up getting back together, as we saw them do on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And Kristin, Kourtney, and Scott just never spoke again. On the podcast, Kristin also went on to explain that she thinks that Scott Disick actually told Kourtney that it was true. All it would have taken was for him to deny it. Since this was before social media, Kristin didn't really have a way to defend herself. And all it would have taken was for the Kardashians to come out and say that this didn't happen. She goes on to say that this shows that they have no regard for anyone but themselves. And if you listen to Kristin Cavallari's podcast, you'll know that she actually recently called out Scott Disick. Kristin was kind of talking a little bit about the Kardashians on her podcast. She claims all of a sudden Scott Disick slid into her DMs, saying that he misses her and they should hang out. She feels like Scott was kind of playing the keep your friends close but your enemies closer game, and she's just not into that. She also says that she thinks that Scott Disick is still kind of under the control of the Kardashian family. I will say one thing about Kristin Cavallari is that she is honest. It's also what always made her such a good reality TV star. And I know a lot of people say that she tends to talk about things that have happened in the past, but as someone who loves nostalgic pop culture, I am always here to hear about it.